Hey, what's up guys and gals, my name is Ricknineg. Thank you so much for joining me at this Three Stooges video. Today we're going to be looking at the Stooge short, Back to the Woods. It's the 23rd short film by the Stooges that was filmed between March 2nd through March 6th, 1937, and it premiered May 14th, 1937. Don't forget that I have covered all of the season 1 shorts from the Stooges, which include 1934 to 1936 shorts, so don't forget to take a look at those. Now this short was the last one directed by Jack White, who filmed under the pseudonym Preston Black. Back to the Woods is the second longest Stooge short, running 19 minutes and 27 seconds. However, the longest I did a video on and I did cover previously called A Pain in the Pullman, and that one lasted 19 minutes and 46 seconds. Pretty cool. As you've already seen, Back to the Woods is set in colonial times. The Stooges are convicted criminals who are banished from England and sent to the American colonies. I have previously mentioned that the nodes that are GEC in the sequence that you just heard is the same from the NBC chimes used for NBC radio and later NBC television. This gag with the chimes has been previously used in other Stooge shorts.
Order! Order? I'll take a ham sandwich.
One for all for one.
Every man for himself.
Me.
If you blink, guys and gals, you will miss this blooper. Notice as the judge pounds a gavel and it breaks. The head of the gavel flies up in the air. Take a quick look at Larry's face and mouth. He's going to snicker just a little bit before he loses composure and then quickly picks it back up again.
I shall. Thank you.
The Stooges are sent overseas to the colonies and they meet three beautiful young ladies, Faith, Hope, and Charity. The short is split into primarily three parts, the first being the court scene, the second being the scene with the girls and the dance, and the third being the scene in the woods with the Indians. Going back to the cabin with the girls and the Stooges, we see a pretty lengthy dance where the Stooges do some pretty silly dancing and coax the girls to joining in. It's a pretty nice moment where there's pretty much silence and just very simple music in the background and the Stooges doing their thing.
A hunting we must goeth. A hunting we will go.
Hallelujah.
A hunting we will go.
Yeah, man.
Now I do have to give a friendly notice that the next scenes that I'm going to have throughout this video may be offensive to some, and the reason they portray Native Americans here called Indians, of course by non-Native Americans. And of course I always like to give an uncensored look at these shorts, so I'll leave you to decide whether it is offensive or not, but I just want to give a warning that if you don't want to watch that, probably stop the video right now and watch some of my others. But if you do, let's keep going. Here's a blooper. So watch Curly as he slams down the butt of his rifle. He's supposed to hit Larry's foot. However, as the shot goes off, you're distracted. You can see that, well, he doesn't hit his foot.
Yeah, I'm disgusted. Not a turkey in sight. Oh, my...
The Stooges find some Indian feathers and think that it's turkeys, so they shoot at them. However, the Indians then start chasing the Stooges, and then vice versa. So a little war begins. Pulling back the branches while they're in the woods and hitting Moe in the face is a pretty common occurrence for the Stooges in many shorts. When you see the Stooges use the tree limbs as catapults, this is very reminiscent of when they use the arm to launch clay and pies at other unsuspecting people. Notice the sound this Indian makes when he gets hit in the face with the clay. Later on you will see the same sound is dubbed over and you will hear it again.
Present arms. Left face. Yeah.
Now you will see two quick bloopers in quick succession. The first one, notice when Curly comes over with a bucket of full water. It's splishing and splashing around and finally spills all over the Indians. I'll highlight the one, if you notice his wig kind of moves around and then he quickly adjusts it for the scene. And the second blooper has to do with Curly's bucket itself. Notice as the Indians go and chase the Stooges, the bucket goes flying up in the air. But notice, it doesn't have a bottom, so how did he bring the water over? It's pretty funny. Of course, it's a prop bucket with no bottom, so it could be light and not hurt anyone. But that's pretty funny how obvious you can tell there's no bottom on it. And finally, guys and gals, I think you will love this. The shot of the Stooges leaving in their high-speed canoe was recycled from an episode I also covered, Whoops, I'm an Indian. This short, Back to the Woods, was the first Stooge film to employ stock footage. That is, footage that was used previously in another short to save on money, writing, or even shooting time. Well, thank you so much, guys and gals, for your love and support on this video. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it and if you want to see more, and subscribe so that you're notified when I post another video. Don't forget to always stay positive and push through all the struggles, negativity, and resistance in life. We all have our issues, we all have our problems, but the most important thing is to keep pushing forward. We'll see you next time, guys and gals, and don't forget, be hopeful.